Hey everybody, happy Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Coffee and a card. I think Wednesday afternoons are going to work better for me for coffee and a card. I just think they're going to work better. So if it's too late in the day for caffeine, try something else. I've been drinking iced tea. It's getting warmer here in Kansas City, so iced tea is always my go-to. If you can hear me or if you're on, just say hello. Say I can hear you. I just like to make sure everything's working good. We're going to make a fun little box. I thought I'd show you a little bit how I come up with ideas for boxes. Don't you love my cute little fan? When I have my dream craft room, I'm going to have a fancy schmancy chandelier, but right now I have my fan, which I do use a lot. So let's get started with our project. I'm going to flip the camera around. So hold on, you're going to see a big mess on my desk as usual. There's my punches. Here we go. This is what we're going to make today. Hey Betty. I'm trying to see if I can zoom down on a Facebook Live, but I guess I can't zoom. So this is the little box we're going to make. It's using all the products from the Tropical Chic Suite. It's on page 120 and 121 of the annual catalog. If you have a Stampin' Up catalog. If you don't, I would be happy to send you one. So just leave a message or direct message me and we will get your contact information to get that out to you. But I wanted to show you sometimes when hi Donna, sometimes when I want to make a box, I get my ideas and inspirations from other things that I've received. This is a box, a Mary Kay box. They're loose face powder. I like to set my makeup with a loose face powder. And so I just kind of tore it apart and measured it and figured out how to make one myself. And I thought this would be a cute little box for earrings, a little necklace, of course candies and treats like that. It's a little small for a gift card. But that's where I got the measurements for the box, is I just kind of took another box apart. So you can always try that. It's how I get some of my ideas. So to start off with, I thought I'd make an opposing color. Since I made this one with the Granny Apple Green cardstock, I'll make one with the Blushing Bride. It's a coordinating color. We're using the Tropical Chic Suite. It's hard to say. Say that 3 times in a row. These are the papers. And I did not have time to go on and check to see if they're still available. The papers are retiring. They're very tropical, very on trend. They're very cute for summer activities. Maybe you have some, if you do scrapbooking, they'd be great for tropical vacations and things like that. This paper is retiring. The die cuts and the stamp set that we are using today is not retiring, so it's not really a big rush if you're interested in it, but it comes with a bundle price through June 3rd because it was a new bundle. After June 3rd, you don't save the 10% bundle price. So if you're interested in it, it's a good time to grab it while you can still get the discount. Okay, let's get started. So here is kind of my, I always make kind of like a little dummy or a template. But you're going to take a 8 1/4 by 11-inch piece of cardstock. So one of these boxes takes almost a complete sheet, 8 1/2 by 11-inch sheet of cardstock. And then you're going to do a little bit of scoring. Put this up here. All right. You all see that. Hi, Loopy. Hi, Shelly. So on this 11-inch side, we're going to score it 2 5/8. I always have to count down. And then 5 1/4. Always check. I don't want to mess this up. 7 7/8. And then 10 1/2. We're going to leave a little 1/2-inch strip there for our tab to put our box together. And then on the 8 1/4-inch side, we're going to score at 3/4, 3 3/8, 4 7/8, and then 7 1/2. And you guys, I always download these Facebook Lives. I'm having really bad luck with my internet connection this afternoon, and it looks like it's given me some trouble. Are y'all still there? I think I'm going to have to contact AT&T. Okay, so we've got this piece, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reach here and get my bone folder. I'm just going to go ahead and burnish all the score lines. And I think before we lost connection there, I was talking about my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is the Plaid Poodle. It's over there on YouTube. And so I always try and, it takes me a day or two, but I always try and get these Facebook Live videos up over there. So you can check them out for all the measurements and things over there. But I'll probably do a blog post as well that will include all the measurements and the cutting and scoring. Okay, now this is the difficult part, and I have to think because I don't want to mess up. My daughter called earlier while I was working on it, and I messed up because I was trying to talk and cut at the same time. So I'm going to use my little template here. But you've got a 1/2-inch tab here, and the only thing we need is this little piece right here. That's what's going to hold the box together. So we're going to just cut off all of this part, this little 1/2-inch section, and then we're going to cut off the other 1/2-inch section that's on the top. And then I make just for my tabs so that it squares up the box a little bit and it closes a little easier. I always trim my tabs off just a little bit like that. Okay, now we are going to completely cut off this section. And after the video, I'll post my little template here so you can kind of see it. Sometimes it's easier to be able to see it than to try and, you know, do it at the same time. And we're going to trim up here. We're going to trim up here, and we're going to trim up here. Then we're going to remove this completely. So I just kind of fold those back. And then these are going to be our tabs. See on my template, I need a little tab here and a little tab there. So I'm just eyeballing it, and I'm going to cut these two in half. And like we did the little tab here, I'm going to just trim off a little snippet. I don't know what you call it. Okay, so that's either the bottom or the top of our box. Now we're going to turn it around and we're going to cut on this score line and this score line. And then this is going to be another tab, so we're going to cut that in half. And this is going to be a tab, so we're going to cut that in half. Hi Sandra, I'm making a box. Here is the box we're making today. It's a little tropical chic treat, or I thought jewelry would fit in it very nicely. That's what we're making today. Thanks for joining us. Okay, that's all the cutting, and that's the hardest part of the whole project. Now I want to, I need to trim up. I forgot to trim up these tabs. I lied. That's not all the cutting. This one's a little crooked too, so I'm gonna, I just like to trim these tabs because it's gonna help the lid, the little flaps, tuck in the box easier, and it'll square up the box nicely. So now our box looks like my little template, and I'll take a picture of this template and maybe put the dimensions on it and post it after the video's done. I'll post it in the feed below. Okay, now to put the box together, you just need a little adhesive right here on this small tab. And when I'm making 3D projects, I like to use this multi-purpose liquid glue. I just like how it holds, and I like how it gives me a little minute to adjust before it adheres. And once it dries, it's on there forever. Hey Linda, are you watching from your poolside? I just saw your sun hat and everything. I'm so jealous. But our Linda is watching from Orlando, so our box goes perfectly with your vacation destination. Okay, so here's our little flaps. Let's see. I like to make the back of my box where I glued the tab. So where did I glue the tab? Looks so good, I can't even tell. There's the back. So I'm gonna let this be the bottom of the box. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to round the corners of this, the little lid flaps, just to make them look nice, pretty, finished. And I'm just using a corner rounder for that. This is from Stampin' Up. It has 3 different kind of doo-woppers. Okay, what did I decide? This is going to be the bottom. So that flap will just stick right in there. So there's your box. See how simple that was? Okay, now we're going to add some designer series paper. And since we're using the powder pink cardstock for this one, I am going to pick something that will go a little bit better with that. The flowers are cute. This is cute too. Too many cuteness. There was one in here I saw earlier. If I had my game together. Oh, I know, it's the opposite side of, no. I would have had this all done up. Hi, Bobby. Thanks for joining. Here we go. I was thinking this one would look cute because it's got the pink in it. I love this one, though. I think I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so for this piece, you need one piece for the lid of 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. So, like I said, if I would have had my stuff together before we started. I'm going to use this piece because I think it has more of the pink flowers. Let's see, what do we decide? Is this the top? Yes. Isn't that cute? And then you need 4 pieces that are 1 1/4 by 2 3/8. So one of these 6 by 6 pieces of designer series paper will make one box with a little bit of extra. Okay. So we're just going to glue these all on here. I keep forgetting which is my top. This is my top. We're going to punch a little hole right here to make it easier to open, but I want to make sure I get my paper in the right spot. Everything I'm using today is carrying over into the new catalog except for the paper, which I'm gonna kind of miss this paper. It's really cute. But like I said, if you're interested in this stamp, I'll show you in a minute, the coordinating stamp set and dies, they are carrying over, but the bundle discount is not carrying over. So if you're interested, you need to purchase them, or if you purchase them by June 3rd, you save 10% with the bundle. They make cute little, I'll show you the dies. I think last year I made a little tea light holder, kind of like a tropical lantern. Really cute. All right, I'm taking a 1/2 inch circle punch. I believe this is going away. Let me check. I use my 1/2 inch circle punch all the time. No, I lied. The 1/2 inch is not going away. Yay. So I'm just going to make a little half circle right there, just to make it easier to open the box. Have a little gripper. Okay, for our little top, we're going to do a little die cutting and we're going to do a little heat embossing. I can't decide if we should do heat embossing on pink. I think we should do it on the pink. So I've got this huge piece of paper here because I didn't have any scraps. And we are going to do a little heat embossing. So I'm using white embossing powder. And here's the stamp set that coordinates with the dies we're using. And I'm using the thank you stamp. But there's a die for the flower and all of the palm leaves. I'll show you the framelits. Really cute. This you can make a really cute little tea light holder. It'd be cute for a little luau party or something. I think I made one, but if I didn't, I'll make one soon. Okay, and I need Versamark ink. So, and I've got my little scratch paper here. If you don't know about heat embossing, this Versamark ink is just kind of a, it's just kind of a glue or a sticky ink. It's clear. There's lots of things you can do with it besides heat embossing. Then we need a heat tool. So this is going to be kind of loud. I apologize for that part. I'm going to let it heat up a little bit. But what it's going to do is turn that powdery looking ink into just kind of a shiny. I'm not sure the camera picks it up. Here it goes. It's kind of magic. Yeah, you can kind of see. I hope it shows up on your screen. This makes it kind of a shiny, whatever, shiny something. Okay, and then I'm going to use this punch for our, I have to get this out of the way. To punch our cinnamon out with. Always love a good punch. This one's very versatile. Okay, so we need that for our tag. And then we also are going to do some die cutting. And we're going to use this palm framelit and this palm framelit. And I'm going to use get my big shot up here. Sure it's in the screen. I am going to use Shaded Spruce for the palm frond. Is that what you call them? Fronds. And then I'm going to use some more Granny Apple Green. I'm going to use some of the scraps from this box. Always save your scraps. You'll always use them later for something else. So I need 2 of these. And see, here's a little scrap from when I made the other box. And 2 of these. And again, if I would have had my... Linda, I don't always heat from the back side. I've just been watching some videos and they've been heating from the back side. I don't know if it keeps the paper from curling. You know, sometimes the paper will curl, but it usually flattens back out. I don't know. I saw somebody else do it, so I just started doing it. I should do some investigating if there's a true reason for that. Isn't that funny? It's like the story of that lady who made a ham. I'm looking for another scrap piece of paper. She made a ham and she would always cut it in half. And before she baked it, after years and years of doing that, well, her husband said, "Why do you always do that?" And she said, "I don't know. That's how my mother did it." And after years and years of that, I've lost my other little die. Her Mother told her the reason she did that was because she didn't have a big enough pan. There was really no reason to cut the ham in half, but anyway. Oh, I've lost. Isn't that the way? Oh, here it is. Hi, Annie. There we go. Okay, so we need to run these through one more time because we need 2 of each. I'm going to use another scrap. And this little die brush works good for these little intricate dies. They have a tendency to stick in there and the brush kind of pops them out. Okay. So there's that. Now, this ribbon, it's Granny Apple Green textured weave ribbon. It is coming back next year, so in the next catalog, which I'm really happy about because I love this ribbon. Wish they had it in some more colors. Okay, and I just folded it in half, and I'm going to take some glue dots to glue it to the box and kind of glue it to each other. So fold it in half. You want a little loop showing. Sandra, if you go to leslie.stampinup.net, let me grab my I'll tell you where you can get the dies. These are the Tropical dies, and if you go to leslie.stampinup.net and then click on the shop tab, and then in the search bar do Tropical dies or framelits, Tropical framelits. That's where you can buy them. Let me give you the item number. I'll show you all the suite. This is the entire suite that I'm using today. Here are the stamps, and then here are the dies that coordinate. So the Tropical Thinlit dies, the item number is 146831, and they're called Tropical Thinlits dies. And if you go right here to leslie.stampinup.net, you can purchase them. Or just message me and I can call you and we can get some for you. Whatever easiest. Okay. We are going to attach these, and I didn't do them in any fancy fashion. I just put a little more glue. You know what I always say, it's always smoke and mirrors. That glue's about out. Doesn't matter what it looks like underneath. I'm just putting a little liquid glue on the little palm. And this glue will stick forever. There, it's making me eat my words. Once it dries, it will stick forever. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same with this one. I'm just gonna make them kind of go hacky sack from each other. The problem is I have some glue on my fingers. And then we're gonna take this little palm leaf and just kind of stick it right there. And our thank you tag is gonna cover up all this layering. And then I'm gonna stick this one kind of right there. Okay, and then here is our heat embossed tag that we heat embossed and then punched out. And I am gonna just, I would use maybe a dimensional, but I think this is kind of popped up enough that I'm just gonna glue it on there. I think that's what I did with that one. And I think it'll stay better because we've got a lot of layers here. Oh, I just love this. Okay, that is the box. And that didn't take us very long. I got on here at 3, a little after 3. I was running a little late, so probably about 30 minutes. We cut everything and punched everything. So if you had an assembly line production going, you could make several of them pretty quickly. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the project. I will be having another Coffee and a Card next Wednesday afternoon. So if I'm not on live before then, please join me then. You guys go out there and have a great Wednesday afternoon, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.